श्वः कार्यमद्य कुर्वीत पूर्वाह्णे चापराह्निकम् न हि प्रतीक्षते मृत्युः कृतमस्य न वा कृतम्.
Today we sit with one of the most piercing verses in all of Sanskrit literature. A verse about time, work and death from the Mahabharata's Shanti Parva. Listen to it first in the original. Shvaha karyam adya kurvita purvannecha aparanikam nahi pratikshate mrityuh kritam asya nava kritam. It means, what is to be done tomorrow, do it today. What is meant for the afternoon, do it in the forenoon. For death does not wait to see whether your work is finished or not. Let us open the words one by one. Shvaha means tomorrow. Karyam comes from the root kri, meaning to do, and it does not simply mean work. It is a special grammatical form that means that which ought to be done, a duty already standing over your head. Adya means today. Kurvita means one should do, and the mood here is the mood of command used in the law books. This is not gentle advice, it is a prescription. Purvarne means in the forenoon, the first half of the day, and Aparanikam means the task belonging to the afternoon, the thing you have scheduled for later. Then comes the reason. Nahi pratikshate mrityuh, death does not wait. The word pratikshate is beautiful and terrible. It comes from the root iksh, which means to see, to look. So literally, death does not even glance. Kritam asya nava kritam. Is his work done or not done? That is the one question death never asks. Notice something subtle. 3 words in this verse, karyam, kurvita, kritam, all come from the same single root, kri, to do. What ought to be done? Do it now, it is done. The entire drama of human life, intention, action and completion compressed into one root sound. Now, where does this verse come from? After the great war, the grandsire Bheeshma lies on his bed of arrows teaching King Yudhishthira. And within that teaching, he tells a story, a conversation between a learned father and his young son. The father has planned his life the traditional way, study now, family later, and spiritual liberation someday in old age. And his own child dismantles the plan. The boy says, life is being cut down like cloth on a loom. Every night that passes pulls out another thread. Death stalks a man like a wolf among sheep and seizes him while he is still gathering, still unsatisfied, still in the middle of things. And then the boy speaks our verse. Do tomorrow's work today. Do the afternoon's work this morning. Death will not check your list. And here is the exquisite irony the epic builds in. The narrator of this story, Bheeshma, is the one human being who was granted the boon of dying only when he chose. The single man for whom death actually did wait is the one telling us that for everyone else it never will. What is the deeper teaching hidden here? First, the verse places 2 clocks side by side. Your clock is divisible and negotiable. Today, tomorrow, morning, afternoon. Death's clock has no divisions at all. It has no later. Every act of procrastination is an attempt to pay a real debt with imaginary money, because tomorrow is not a place where work can be done. Tomorrow is only ever experienced as another today. The task is real. The tomorrow we assign it to is a fiction of the mind. Second, notice that death in this verse is not cruel. He is indifferent. He is described entirely by what he does not look at. The tradition of karma says everything is counted. This verse says death counts nothing. Between those two truths, you must supply your own urgency, because the universe will send no warning. Third, and this is the heart of it, the verse is not really about dying. It is about dying incomplete. The horror the young boy describes is not the end of life, but the interruption of it, being taken mid-sentence, mid-gathering. The Sanskrit ideal is the krita kritya, the one who has done what was to be done. Such a person can be interrupted at any moment and lose nothing. So the practice is not to rush. It is to live each day as a small completed life. This wisdom echoes everywhere. The Saint Kabir sang almost the same words in Hindi. काल करे सो आज करे so ab. Tomorrow's work do today, today's work do now. The Roman philosopher Seneca wrote that the greatest waste of life is postponement, because it promises the future while stealing the present. The Stoics practiced memento mori, remembering death daily, not as morbidity but as medicine. And modern psychology has caught up. Research on what scientists call present bias shows the brain treats your future self almost like a stranger, which is why it is so easy to dump burdens on him. Studies of the dying show that our deepest regrets are almost never things we did, but things we left undone. The not done. Exactly the words of this verse. So let me leave you with two questions and one practice. First, ask yourself, what is my tomorrow task? The one call, the one conversation, the one piece of work that has lived on my someday list the longest. What exactly is it waiting for? Second, ask, if today were a whole life in miniature, morning as youth, noon as adulthood, evening as old age, would today close with the ledger settled or with entries left open? And the practice is this. Every morning, before you touch your phone, write down one task you had mentally scheduled for tomorrow and finish it before noon. Just one. One deliberate act of pulling tomorrow into today, the afternoon into the morning. And every evening, ask yourself the one question death will never ask you. Kritam va na kritam. Done or not done. Because death does not wait. But you do not have to be waiting either. Shvakaryam adya kurvita. Do it today.
श्वः कार्यमद्य कुर्वीत पूर्वाह्णे चापराह्निकम् न हि प्रतीक्षते मृत्युः कृतमस्य न वा कृतम्